another episode of The American Entrepreneur, where we interview entrepreneurs all over the world. As long as they do business in the United States, we want to hear their story. Maybe they have something they've learned along the way that they can give you, and you can apply to your own business so you can be successful. This episode is sponsored by Motivation Unleashed Seminar. New year, new year, new year, new you. Motivation Unleashed Seminar. So thank you very much. But once again, the guest we have today, his name is Brandon Jones. He's from Houston, Texas, and we want to hear his story, man. Just jump right into it. Tell us who you are and what got you into entrepreneurship.
All right, thank you. First of all, I'd like to just thank my God and Savior Jesus Christ before we start with it and give my story. Without Him, I would not be here right now talking to you. I'm actually from Jacksonville, Florida. I'm currently residing in Houston, Texas. I'm actually ex-military. I'm a veteran. When I was
Thanks for your
about
service.
19.
Thanks for your service.
No problem. No problem. It's just a job, man. I'm very humble about that. That was a humbling experience for myself, and those values that they taught my drill instructor and my supervisors there in the military, they taught me so much that propelled me into entrepreneurship. Long story short, I'm ex-military. I was in the military for about 2 years, and I was in a special tactics unit as a liaison for training and finances, and one day they actually put me in a vault. So I had to actually stay in a vault for 15 to 16 hours a day.
What?
And, yeah, man, I felt like a lion in a cage. And I have a background of playing some football. I played football when I was there, stationed in Okinawa, Japan, when I was with the special tactics and stuff like that.
Wow.
And, and I've always been a football player. I was looking to actually jump from the Air Force to the Air Force Academy to go to the NFL, but that did not happen the way I wanted it to happen. And so I had to really just think about it because everything that was happening, I was looking at it, and I just wanted to help my family. I learned that if you find your why, it will push you.
Sorry.
Got you. Yeah.
Somebody asking you to move there.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Tell them you're on a show right now. Come on.
It's okay. It's all good. Yeah, man. I just wanted to basically, help my family. That's my strong reason for jumping into entrepreneurship. In the military, they have great benefits, but they didn't pay me what I was worth, essentially. So, and that's what actually propelled me. I was just praying to God. I had a very bad accident that could have possibly happened. Like I said, I'm very blessed to be here right now and talking to you.
So your big motivation is your family. That's what gets you up in the morning early. That's what gets you, to go through those painful days, the highs and the very, very lows of entrepreneurship. Is that what gets you through?
Yes, sir. If you don't have a why, you don't have that motivation to get up in the morning. You don't have that motivation to get yourself uncomfortable and speak to new people and grow. Growth is essential in entrepreneurship. If you're not reading books, if you're not doing self-audios, if you're not talking to somebody awkward and weird, if you're not making people uncomfortable just like you just saw,
That's right. That's exactly right.
You're not growing. Your mind is like a rubber band, and if you're not stretching it as far as you need to stretch it, you're not getting to where you need to go. That's what I believe as an entrepreneur. It's almost like playing football again. When I'm playing football, I had to wake up in the morning, go run sprints, lift weights, everything like that. And at night, run sprints, weightlifting, push-ups. It's the extra things you do because you always have somebody out there that's outperforming you, and I love that. That's another thing. My little competitive side comes out, and it makes you want to just beat that other person. And it pushes you to greatness. I don't fume off competitiveness. I fume off domination. But when you're always thinking about that makes you keep pushing to another level. That makes you push to another level.
I think there's a little bit of a competitive gene in anybody who wants to be an entrepreneur. There's something about, I'm worth more than this salary. I'm not giving up my dream for this salary that's not going to really make my life the true dream that I've envisioned my whole life. there's something about you chasing something too. And I realize that if I'm not chasing something, if there's not a goal that I'm trying to achieve, then I just feel dead inside. And that seems like it's a relatable gene in all of us entrepreneurs. I don't know what it is. It's just
Yeah.
I see it only in entrepreneurs. I don't see it in the people who are okay with going to that job that they hate their whole life. It's just with entrepreneurs.
Yeah. And I've learned that too. You know, I used to think that everybody wanted to be wealthy, everybody wanted to be rich, but then I soon realized that everybody is not willing to take the punches, you know. I used to watch Creed a lot. Not Rocky, Creed.
Great, the new one, the newest
Yeah,
one.
the new one. Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
I used to watch that a lot because I like the saying that Rocky always told him, one punch, you know, one round, one punch, one round, one punch. And every day that's an entrepreneur's life. You know, you got one day at a time, one punch at a time. One day at a time, one punch at a time. Because those punches will come, but some people just not tough enough and since they're not tough enough, those obstacles are bigger than them, and they're not bigger than the obstacles, and then they're weak, and they just, you know, they coward, and then you know, they go back to a job because it's guaranteed. I don't want the guaranteed route. I need a possible route, you know. And with that possible route, now we're talking about, you know, things that we can dream of. I want to dream. I don't want to do the same monogamous thing over and over again. I'm not a hamster on a wheel, you know. I'm a soldier, you know. Talking to my mentor. I was literally talking to my mentor about 2-3 days ago, and he was talking to me about everything that I've been through. You know, up to this day right now. And you know, I just told him, I'm like, I'm a soldier. You know, this is what I've been bred to do this. You know, and I believe all entrepreneurs, they have a little bit of a soldier mentality because they'll run through a wall to complete the mission. And because of everything that I've done with football, and now I mix that in with military, and I mix that in from the place that I've been, Jacksonville, Florida. It's not a good little place, you know. The downtown area is a good place, but other areas of that, you know, of that state is not a good place. So, you know, you got a little bit of street in me too, mixing and all of that. You know, I see where I want to go. I've talked to so many people. I believe if you talk to a lot of people, you will start gaining stories. And
It's
those
what this is
stories
all
will start.
about. It's what this is about. You
Yeah,
know, years
yeah,
ago, you'd have to be growing up in a family or a neighborhood or a community where people could teach you everything. Nowadays, it's right online. And a lot of my good friends now are all over the world where I've never even met them in person. I just deal with them online. And they
yeah.
motivate me, and hopefully I motivate them, and we work together.
Of course, of course. Same here, same here. It's all about adding value, man. We want to add value. We want to add knowledge. What I do, it's a portion of that, but it's a little bit more. I want to help enhance people's lives. I want to help revolutionize people's lives, you know, because people want to be bosses nowadays. That is the truth. There's a revolution going on. You know, it's a lot more entrepreneurs than usual. It's you know, it's a little bit of a awakening of sorts, you know. But you know, to get back to my story. Yes, you know, ex-military. I was there, had an accident that could have turned out bad, and we probably wouldn't be doing this interview if it would have went the way that the devil, you know, would have wanted to get it to.
Are you okay with
Um,
going into what happened? I'd love to ask you about it. If it's too painful, I understand.
no, I think people need to hear it. You know, and I'm glad that they asked, because I probably wouldn't tell it, but since you asked, I would definitely tell you. I actually, you know, worked about a 20-hour shift at when I was in the military, and this was when I was working 16, 16 hours in the vault. One day I got held up because of some issues in the vault. Not even my supervisor knows this. Just a few people out here know this that I've talked to about my business. Not even my mom or anybody knows this, but we'll go ahead and get this out there to people.
Oh my God! Thank you very much for sharing. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. I was working long hours, about 20 hours in a day, and I got in my car and I completely passed out behind the wheel driving, and it hurts me to say it a little bit because you know that was my life. That you know I'm talking about, you know, we're talking about right now. I passed out behind the wheel, did not know that I fell asleep behind the wheel, and I woke up. I looked up, and I was heading into a ditch that could possibly decapitate my head or maybe crush the whole vehicle inside of it. When I looked to I don't know what woke me up, but something told me wake up, and I woke up, and you know, I swerved. There was an oncoming car coming at the same time, so
Oh my God!
if I would have woke up a little bit later than when I woke up, I probably would have hit the car rather than the ditch, and that would have been head-on collision. But I was able to swerve from that also. I got home and I was shaking so bad. I was like, "Hey God, I just need something new in my life, and I need to get up out of here. This is not what I wanted for my life. I want to be there for my kids. I don't want this to happen again, where I'm just not here for my family." I grew up without a father until I was about 15, 16 years old, and I just, I made a promise to myself that I'll be a man and I'll take care of my children. But I can't take care of my children if I'm 6 feet under the ground. And so, I just prayed for something to come my way, and my friend hit me up the next day, and
You mean out of the blue? It was like a sign from God where he just.
Yeah. He just hit me up, and I was like, all right. He told me that he had a money-making mission. I was like, boy, you better not be selling drugs out here in Japan. They lock you up. They ain't gonna feed you no good food. It's gonna be like super fish or something like that. And he was like, no. I need you to come and check out. I need you to come meet this man that I met. He's a millionaire, and he's a black dude. And he's a very cool dude. I said, he's a millionaire here in Japan? Does he play basketball? No. Does he do music? No. Is he doing something illegal? No. I said, okay, I want to come see him. So I went to go see him, and 10, 15 minutes into what he was presenting me, I said yes to it. Because I prayed for something. And when you knock on the door and the door is presented to you, you got to turn the knob and go through it. That's
Damn right.
a door opportunity. So from there, me and him have been together. His name is Kevin Bona. He's a great man. He's in his 50s, and just a great man. He's taught me so much. He's taught me so much about people. He's taught me so much about business. And now I'm here, in the United States, changing so many lives around the world. We have a business that started in Japan, that moved into London, England. We have some momentum happening in London, England right now, and here in Houston, and we're working with other people around the U.S. that is just looking for a better life. A lot of employees don't know how to jump into entrepreneurship, so we're just enhancing their life, revolutionizing their life,
What's the name of the business? Websites? Give me some details about it, man. That sounds interesting.
Okay, it's Team Vision. Team Vision is basically a lifestyle concept, and what we want to do is we want to help people travel. That's the number one thing, because when you travel, that's growth too, because you're getting uncomfortable in a different culture.
Absolutely.
We realize that most people can't afford retail pricing, and so we did wholesale, wholesale pricing. And
you mean for travel, for traveling across the world, across the country?
Across the world, man. We can kind of think of us as a Sam's Club of travel.
Whoa.
Yeah, man, yeah. And we hook people up with a little membership to our invite-only VIP travel club, and we just start enhancing their life through travel. Also, growth. We understand that people want to become, entrepreneurs, So we have this option of this leadership courses that we have and training sessions that we have, and we actually help with books, audios, and we just help with the fact of selling. See, most people hate selling, but they don't realize that they sell every single day. When I was in the military and basic training, I had to sell my drill sergeants on why I needed to be there, because they could have sent me home at any time. Even though I may sign a contract, it don't matter. They can say, hey, you're not fit for the military. You can go ahead and get up out of here. But because my uniform was sharp, because I was disciplined enough to shut my mouth when they talked and speak when they told me to, I sold them on why I wanted to stay in the military, why I needed the military of sorts, And everybody sells on the job and everything like that. So we want to get people to learn that, first of all, you got to learn how to sell.
Number one quality in entrepreneurship, learning how to sell. Hands down. Sales is the leader of any, or the driver of any company. So, but anybody who's an employee, like you just said, they sell themselves. They get up, they make themselves presentable. Maybe they speak in a certain way at work. They're still selling themselves in some fashion. Now, entrepreneurs just have to do it, and they have to sell maybe themselves and a product or service, but mostly themselves every day, constantly, and there's a chance of making money from it. And that's what's beautiful about it. It's basically you're using your God-given resources to make money.
Of course. And not just that, we want to make people a better people, We believe that if you understand people, you'll be able to be a better person. So We have some training, some leadership training on that, and then we just want to get you in front of the right people. Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, if I'm saying his name right.
Gary Vaynerchuk, yeah.
Vaynerchuk, yes. I'm sorry about that.
That's right. He's good. Yeah.
Yeah, Eric Thomas. Just these people who have so much value to give to people. And we also want to get them in front of our leaders too. My mentor, he knows so much. For example, we just actually got a person who just graduated from the University of Houston, and because of the training that he's been going through with us, his sales has increased at his job, and he's doing much better. We project him to be 10 times better than everybody else in that whole arena, his whole job arena, because we're giving him this information, and it's growing him day by day. So, and also income. We also help with income. Of course, we want to help people be an entrepreneur. So, to be an entrepreneur, you need to make some money too. So, we also help with that. And also just saving on everyday things. It's a pretty awesome little concept that we have. And I just really believe that it's going to impact thousands of lives all around the world, maybe millions.
It's beautiful.
If we can just reach it.
Exactly, man. I always think that anything you learn, and that's what the show's all about, is anything you learn, it's not yours to keep, it's for yours to give out also, because, you went through it, you maybe took a lot of money, took a lot of time, took some pain. It's not yours. You have to give that back out. And that's how I believe you provide value for other people in their lives. And that's whenever you get whatever you're seeking in your life. So you got to give to receive, I think. So,
yes.
So going through everything that you went through, either in the military or with your business, or even that's the situation with the accident, what is one thing that our viewers can take from this today? What would you give them in this interview and say, hey, here's what I've learned, and I would recommend you use this in your life?
Let's see. I want to drop about two or three things.
Fine,
one is patience. I know as a millennial, for everybody that we're who's going into business, we want instant gratification so bad. We want that fast money. We want to, we want the cars and everything that we see, because we see all these people shining. But you got to understand that they did not just get that out the blue. It wasn't something that just, came overnight success. It wasn't like that. Kevin Hart took literally 19 years for him to be what he is today. So it's patience, and in patience, you're grinding at the same time, because you got to be ready for that opportunity to speak to that one person that could blow up your business. So it's patience. The second thing is fighting. You got to continue to fight through every obstacle. No obstacle is bigger than you. No amount of money is bigger than you. I remember Grant Cardone, he was saying, if you got $300 and you can't spend it, that's baby money. If you got $1,000, that's baby money. If you got a meal, if you don't want to spend it, you scared to spend it, that's baby money. So it's fighting. It's being able to spend what you need to spend, talk to who you need to talk to, grow into the person that you need to talk to, And the third thing is that we as entrepreneurs, we just need to grow. We need to grow. If you're not growing, you're not making more income. If you're wondering why your business isn't where it needs to go, it's because you're not reading enough books. You're not listening to enough audios, So I know that kind of tied into the fighting, but at the same time, this is some of the values that I've been placed in throughout my whole life. The growth just really came about 3-4 years ago, but the fighting and the patience, it's been there because I played football, and we dream to go to the NFL. We dream for those, that lifestyle that we can help so many people and be able to give back. Not just buy cars. It's not about the cars. It's not about the money. It's not about travel. It's not even about women or anything like that. It's legacy over money. I tell people that a lot. Legacy over money.
For sure.
If you chase your legacy, the money's gonna automatically come. So that's it, man. That's a little bit of something,
Hey, I have two things though. But first off, last book you read, what was it? What do you recommend?
The last book I read was How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
It's Covey, right? It's Covey. Stephen Covey?
Covey. Oh, I'm sorry. Stephen Covey.
I think so. I'm not sure. It might be. I think it's Stephen Covey, right?
Okay. Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
If I'm messing up on that, my bad.
See, that's a good book. All right, now you just talked about legacy. when I go to these speeches, I'm a part of a motivation speaking seminar, and I talk about your dream obituary. You just talked about legacy. It's the same thing. So I'm going to ask you a real quick question here. How does Brandon Jones want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered for impacting thousands to millions of lives. I want to be I want to be remembered as a person that really cared about people and cared about their living situation, and also a person that just opened people's eyes to what corporations are doing. Because the more that I grow, the more that I understand how corporations are really leveraging people. And maybe we don't need to talk about how corporations are leveraging people, but maybe we just need to talk about how people need to be leveraging other people for their own businesses rather than just, slaving at one business and trying to make one stream of income when millionaires are having 7 streams of income. So we need the same thing too. We need to be thinking in the same light. But, I just want to be remembered as a person that was just for the people, not for money. Money comes and goes, and, I had growing up, I had a pain of losing my big brother because he sold drugs, and some people called him and basically robbed him for his money and drugs and killed him. And I'm still hurt from it, but I learned from it too. And I know that when you chase fast money, you either quickly broke or quickly dead or quickly in jail. And I just want to get people away from that instant gratification type money and just success and everything like that. I want people to basically embrace their testimony, embrace their process. My mentor says that a lot. Embrace your process. Have fun with the process because that's going to be your story. So that's what that's what I fit to. And that's the reason why it pushes me to go farther because, I haven't told you everything in this interview, but one day, the next time, when the next time we do this interview, maybe 3 to 5 years out, I'll tell you more about my story, and this will empower so many other entrepreneurs because they probably will go through something that I went through, or probably worse. Okay, so I just want to be a beacon to show people, a beacon of light to say, hey, I'm that one that made it. So if I made it, you can make it too. Les Brown, I've been listening to
Love Les
with
Brown.
audio.
Les Brown is awesome.
Yeah, I have a far mentor that when I go to growth events with our lifestyle concept, he's been mentored by Les Brown. His name is Johnny Wimbrey. He's been featured on the Steve Harvey show a lot nowadays. So, but Les Brown, he has a powerful story on how he came up into the person that he is right now, and how he used to bathe in the bathroom sink, and he used to have a saying that as bad as it gets, I'm going to keep on pushing. I'm going to keep on fighting. And if he can do it, I can do it too. I tell my business partners all the time that there's nothing, you're a white man, I'm a black man, there's Asian people, there's Taiwanese people, but guess what? We're all red inside, so he's just a man. If he can do it, I can do it too.
Just a man. That's exactly it, man. It's exactly
no different.
And there's so many people who've had it far less than me that have made it so much bigger. And if they can do it, why couldn't I? And that's the way I always look at it. No matter, and people define success differently. Now, I had a job for a long time. It was basically making a 6-figure income. Was I a success? I hated my life. I hated my job. I hated waking up and going to work. So no, I was not successful. In some people's eyes, I would be. So you define success differently. And I think that once you find out that the reason why you want to accomplish something so big, nothing's going to stand in your way. And as long as you know that going into it, you kind of nailed it on the head there, where they're just men out there. People are just trying to create themselves and become something big. So if somebody else did it, you can too.
Yeah, I'm
Men or women? Men or women? I want to be politically correct. Men or women?
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I should have said that too. But thank you for backing me up on that. But Steve Jobs, he doesn't intimidate me. Bill Gates, he doesn't intimidate me. There's some leaders, there's some mentors that I know of. Johnny Wimber, you don't intimidate me. You're still a man. And I look at you, as a person I aspire to, but at the same time, you can be passed up. I'm not scared of any person, and that's just a quality that I've always had as a kid. My mom will laugh at this, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna look at this. But I used to go on the stage I used to be like 8, 9 years old, and my mom will be a youth pastor, and they'll hold like dance-offs, And I used to go up on stage, go do a little dance off and stuff like that. And I wouldn't care what people say. You know, I just, hey, we having fun. We're going to do, you know, we're going to have fun. We're going to get lit. We're going to get turned up, whatever the case may be. But it's carried over into my football career because when I was playing football, I don't care if you're 250 pounds. I'm 100. I'm a buck 85. I'm still gonna knock your behind out because you're just a man. You may be a little bit stronger. You may be a little bit faster. But I know what I've done coming up to this game. I know the blood that I put into this. I know the sweat that I'm going to put into this. I know the tears that I'm going to put into it. I know the late nights and the early mornings that I'm putting in this. Your butt is getting on that ground one way or another. So I don't care who you are. I know what I put into this. So you better believe I'm coming. You know, it's as simple as that. You know.
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, man.
That's the mentality you got to have. And you talked about enjoying the journey, man. It's not the result that's going to make you the happiest. It's going through those dark days and then becoming successful. It's the story. It's really part of the fun. You got to embrace it and you got to enjoy it.
Yes, because there's somebody will go through what you've been through, probably even worse than you, and they just need to hear that somebody been through the same thing. That it's not just them. You know, it's almost, of course, like Christianity. You know, you have people who've gone through different things. And me personally, I like talking to everybody. I like just experiencing some things so that I could tell somebody I've been through this, so I know what you're going through.
Exactly. So, you can inspire, motivate others. Easier that way, right?
Yeah. Yes. If you're not doing that, you're not growing. If you're not experiencing more, if you're not doing more, you're not talking to more people, you're not reading more books, you're not growing, you're not able to get on other people's levels and get to where they're going to, I'm able to work with anybody and talk to anybody and just help them and give them something that will just inspire them to want to go and fight for their dreams. Because you need to be fighting for your dreams in 2017. You know, we're not. It's so many things out here: technology, laptops, computers, smartphones, all this stuff for you to fight for your dreams. It's not like the '80s and the 90s, the '70s. It's not like that. It's so many ways.
World's different, man. We have so many more tools and resources. You can work a different life than you did in 1950. That's the thing, man. You have to embrace that. People don't understand that all this technology can change people's lives.
It's so funny that you say that because that we're talking about this right now because I tell people all the time that nowadays you don't need a degree to make 7 figures nowadays. You just need a great idea. You just need a great idea. I mean, it's kind of, you can also see how the degree is kind of being like put down into the same level as a high school diploma. So it's almost like you're getting in debt, and I'll tell people all the time, you don't want that debt if you can't use that degree. I've talked to so many people, and they tell me the same thing. And this is the reason why I'm saying this, because I have the facts. I have the evidence to prove it. That's the reason why I talk to so many people and network with so many people. But, man, I am solely blessed to be doing this interview with you, man. I'm happy that I can get my voice out and just add something to people and give them something to think about. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much, man. And any way for people to contact you, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, how can they reach you?
Well, they can definitely if they need some advice or if they need somebody to talk to, I'm always here. My phone number is 254-813-5597. It's 254-813-5597. I'm on Facebook as Brandon Inspiration in Your Presence. Middle name is one word, Jones, and my Instagram is Inspiration in Your Presence. 02. I also have a fan page. It's just Brandon Jones. But since you have all that, y'all can definitely hit me up at any time. I'm glad to push any type of knowledge that you need. I'm here for you. I'm here to help the people. And we also have an app. Me and my mentor, my business partner, it's called Team Vision app. Y'all can download it, and there's a lot of audios in there. There's a lot of stuff in there that can grow people in there. It is regarding our business, so a little bit is going to be talking about a little bit about our business. But at the end of the day, hey, that knowledge is in there. So hey, it's a bank full of knowledge. Go ahead and get it. It's free.
No doubt. The website that you had before, did you say it was P-Vision? Is that what it was?
Yes, it's www.jointeamvision.com.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yes.
I'm going to be reaching out, man. I want to take a look at it, and hopefully in the next coming months, don't wait 3 to 5 years to come back on the show. I want to hear updates, 3-5 months from now.
Oh,
right?
yeah. 2017 is the year, man. We're going to put it. Me and my business partner is going to be putting forth a lot of action this year. Because without action, dreams are just dreams. But with action and goals and consistency and discipline, man, dreams are realities, and it will come into reality. And the next time we do this, hopefully I'll be able to fly there and just be there
In person.
in person, and we can do this interview, you know.
I love
And
it. I love it.
yeah. All
Hey,
right, Mike, man.
thank you so much, Brandon. I really appreciate it. And for you even to share that story, I mean, obviously it was heartfelt. And for you to tell that, obviously it means a lot to us. So thank you so much for doing that and
No
for being a
problem.
part of this, man. I wish you nothing but success in 2017. And let's kick ass this year, okay, man?
Yeah, you too, man. I appreciate you, brother. And like I said, everything happens for a reason. For you to reach out to me, I promise you, I don't know you from Adam, and for you to reach out to me and ask me to do this, I definitely had to take this opportunity and just help you out with what you're doing, because this is amazing right here. Because people, there's some entrepreneurs that don't have the support system that I have that need to see some things like this, and you're doing an awesome job. I'm telling you, God's gonna bless you with this thing, man.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. And guys, if you're out there watching and you're an entrepreneur and you have something to share, we want to hear your story. Remember, guys, the American entrepreneur will always create more. Take care, guys.